The film begins at a Shaolin school for martial arts training, where we see Master Wong observing the students during their practice. Then, his assistant passes by to inform him that he needs to pay attention to the students because Master Wong has an important matter and must go on a necessary errand. The assistant follows Master Wong's orders and begins training the students in Kung Fu. There, we are introduced to one of the students named Fei-Hung, who is Master Wong's own son. Fei was a mischievous young man who loved joking around, and he often caused chaos during training. He begins mocking the assistant in front of everyone, making the students laugh at him. The assistant becomes angry and says, "Do you think being the master's son gives you the right to mock me?" Fei replies sarcastically, "Honestly, your training style is dumb, and you're dumb too." Then he delivers a powerful kick that knocks the assistant to the ground, and the students laugh at the scene. The assistant rises angrily and tries to engage him, but Fei is skilled in Kung Fu and easily overpowers him in front of everyone. Fei continues mocking the assistant, and after training, he sits with his lazy friends in the market to eat. While they are sitting, they notice a beautiful girl named Lin.
In the next scene, a young man named Jerry appears, the son of one of the town's wealthiest men, accustomed to arrogance and dominance thanks to his father's influence and fortune. Jerry did as he pleased without fearing anyone. One day, he saw a simple vendor selling a gemstone in the market. Jerry approached the vendor and began mocking him, then tried to take the stone without paying. When the poor vendor demanded payment, Jerry beat him in front of the crowd. At that moment, Fei was passing by. He saw what happened and felt angry, because despite his own mischievousness
Jerry finally gave in, on the verge of tears. Fei took money from his pocket and gave it to the poor vendor as compensation for what had happened. After that, the scene shifts to Mrs. Lin sitting with Master Wong at the Shaolin school. Through their conversation, we discover that Mrs. Lin is Master Wong's sister, meaning she is Fei's aunt. Meanwhile, Fei returns to the school. When he sees his aunt sitting there, he tries to quietly sneak to his room so she won't notice him, but his father spots him and calls out, "Come here, Fei, greet your aunt." Fei freezes in shock. He had no idea that the woman who defeated him at the market earlier was his aunt. He doesn't even want to lift his head in embarrassment, but she insists on seeing him. When she sees him, she immediately recalls that he is the rude young man who tried to flirt with her daughter. She becomes angry and tells Master Wong everything that happened, saying, "Your son hit on my daughter and even tried to strike me." Wong became furious upon hearing this and slapped his son hard across the face, knocking him to the ground. He was about to strike him again, but at that moment, Lee, Jerry's father, enters the school. Jerry is still hurting from his fight with Fei, his face marked with cuts and bruises. Lee approaches angrily and says to Master Wong, "Your son attacked my son and this is unacceptable." He shouted angrily, saying,